When I see a black man and one man, I think of strength, black empowerment we have within, building community development. Let's continue to build our own. Let's continue to stay strong. Motivation, no matter the hate, no stopping. You just go. Listen up to Quan, John, and Queen P for giving us a voice. Speak up for what's yours and yell and make that noise. We are kings and we are queens. Melanated royalty, just getting started. Loving self, self and knowledge. Stack that wealth. Motivational motors, y'all.
Booyah! Back at you, Motivation Motors, having interesting discussions with people, black people who've overcome adversity en route to prosperity. We got the girl, I'm about to say Morsha. We got Miss Portia Mystique. What up? See, that's how amped I was. Yeah, I mean, you can see you got a mother's spirituality about you. So you know what I mean? Mother, Portia, Morsha. You understand?
Oh, about what happened? I thought you combined Portia and Mystique. You said it backwards.
What? No, mother and Portia. You have a mother's sentiment about you. You understand? That's what it was all about, sister. Yeah, you know what I mean? So we got Mystique Rose Publishing Services. Let the viewers know about Mystique Rose Publishing Services. Miss Portia Mystique, please.
Oh, okay. Mystique Rose Publishing Services is a company in which we help independent authors throughout the entire book creating, book publishing, and book marketing process. So we specialize in first-time authors, though we work with anybody with any type of experience, whether they published before or not. But we do editing, ghostwriting, cover creating, illustrating, formatting, publishing, marketing. We do all of that. Now, I would like to say that the publishing and marketing aspect, we actually coach you through it so that you as an independent author can figure out how to do it yourself. So the next time you publish another book, you know exactly what to do. You know exactly which steps to take. You don't have to hire somebody to do it for you.
Very, very eloquently put. And I just want to thank my friend, Miss Portia Mystique, for being a conduit to my success. I just came back from Carolina last weekend doing the Buy Black pop-up shop event where I showcased all three of my books, Motivational Motives, Habitual Habitat and Urban Sermon, and Generational Ignorance. Had it not been for the services of Miss Portia Mystique and her company, I would not be here today as an author. You know what I'm saying? So I thank you. You understand? For real.
You're welcome.
So up and coming authors, if you got your manuscript just laying around and you don't know what to do with it, or you haven't even started writing yet, but you know you got it up here, please consult Miss Portia Mystique. And how could they get in contact with you, Miss Portia Mystique?
You can go to www.mystiquerosepublishing.com, or you can look on any social media platform, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, at Mystique Rose PS. That's Mystique, MYSTICQUE, Rose PS.
Excellent. So today we're going to talk about something. It's a touchy topic. You understand? Very touchy topic. We're going to speak about the notion of people that grow up in inner cities moving to suburbia. To basically, I don't know, why are they moving to suburbia? That's what we're speaking about. People, in layman's terms, moving from the projects to around white people. That just put it all straight up and down. From the projects, from where you got blacks and Spanish, and you might have the Chinese restaurant there, to where I live today. You know what I mean? This area is predominantly European. I don't have a problem with it. I feel safer. So we have to ask ourselves, why do I feel safer in this neighborhood? Is it because I don't hear any gunshots? Is it because I don't see dudes hanging out on the corner? Or is it because there's no elevator to even take to my 12th floor apartment, or that was my grandmother, or my 17th floor apartment in my parents' development? Is it because of that? You know what I'm saying? There's no police officers roaming the area looking for criminals, trouble, things of that nature. Now check it out. Interesting. When I was in college, I was in a psychology class one day, right?
Okay.
And I'm sitting in the back, and there's a friend of mine, this chick, we sitting back there, you know, we listening to the professor lecture. And I forgot what he was lecturing about, but it was something about suburbia, and not even suburbia, it's about owning a home, right?
Okay.
So there was a woman that I think she was owning her home at the time, or she had a condo, whatever the case may be. And it was another dude sitting next to her. And so she was kind of she was talking about the expenses of owning a home. You paying for water. We don't in homes, you pay for water. I had to learn that. You pay for water, you know, you have your own thermostat where you can adjust your heat, and you got central air, things of that nature. You have to maintain your garbage properly. And she was talking about things like that. And she was sounding like she was kind of uncomfortable with doing it. So he, the dude that was sitting right next to her, he looked over to her and said to her, "Move back to the projects then." And that was hilarious to me. And the girl I was sitting next to. But now let's delve into what he really was saying. Think about this. One, he's already assuming she comes from the projects, first and foremost, because she's Black. And that assumption might be correct. So he's telling her, hey, if you are uncomfortable with paying for water and situating your garbage properly, move back to the projects where you are not paying for water. Your rent is much cheaper. I don't think you pay for electricity in the projects, to be honest with you.
What?
I don't think you pay a light bill in the projects. No, you don't pay a light bill. No, you pay your rent and that's it. It's project housing. So how do you feel about, you know, people that move from the ghetto to suburbia? Do you think it should be a thing, or do you think that we should you know, develop our own ghettos to become its own suburbia?
Welcome to the magical melanated mountains of Black beauty. This is the Emancipation Movement. And we're just 2 months away from our holiday. Yes, our holiday. I'm talking about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is derived from the Swahili phrase matunda ya kwanza, which means first fruits. Swahili is a Bantu language spoken in Eastern and Southern African countries. Kwanzaa is a Pan-African holiday created in 1966 by Dr. Maulana Karenga, a professor of African Studies at CSU Long Beach. Kwanzaa is a 7-day holiday that takes place from December 26th to January 1st. It was created out of the desire to create a holiday for us, both Black Americans and those from the African diaspora. But most importantly, it was created to instill pride in ourselves during a time when we were told being Black was wrong. But we all know Black is beautiful. During the 7 days of Kwanzaa, we dance, we sing, we tell stories, we eat, and we discuss one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Each day is dedicated to one of those principles. Day 1 is umoja, which means unity. Day 2, kujichagulia, which means self-determination. Day 3 is ujima, which is collective work and responsibility. Day 4, ujama, which means cooperative economics. Day 5, nia, which is purpose. Day 6, kumba, which is creativity. And the last day of Kwanzaa, day 7, is imani, which means faith. Whether you celebrate Kwanzaa with your family or you've never celebrated Kwanzaa before, join us this year in the celebration of our holiday. Every night of Kwanzaa at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, melanated royalty from both the US and Africa will come together via Zoom to keep the tradition alive. If you're new to this and don't know exactly what to do, don't worry. Over the course of the next few days, we'll be releasing more videos that will give you a little bit more history and more information on how to properly prepare for this year's Kwanzaa celebration. If you haven't done it yet, join the Emancipation Movement on Facebook, like this video, share, and subscribe. We hope to see you soon. Bye. I do think it's definitely possible for Black people to be able to build their own neighborhoods the way they want to, but nobody's really doing that. right now. I mean, maybe you have a couple of people that, you know, you'll probably see them post on Facebook, or they're hosting a webinar about how they have real estate and they're rebuilding in their neighborhoods and stuff like that. But I don't know how advanced it has gotten or how true it is or whatever, but I believe it's possible. Now, I don't think it's a problem that people want to move out of a situation, because that's the way I look at it. It's not, oh, I'm moving away from Black people or whatever, and I want to move to a white neighborhood. I think it's a matter of moving out of a bad situation. If you're living in the projects and you're comfortable, and you know, plenty of people are comfortable there. They don't mind it or whatever, so they don't move out. That's fine, because that means you're comfortable with your situation. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's your life. That's your situation. If you like being there, do you. But I feel like there are people who don't like that situation. Maybe they're dealing with a bunch of drama, and it could be because of the neighborhood or the mindset of the people in that neighborhood. So they want to get up out of there. And to them, those individuals, all they know is what they see on television. If you never left your project, the suburbs is just what you see on TV. You don't know nothing about it, right?
I'll be afraid of it.
Maybe, but I just
much
feel
more
like
afraid than you are to go into your own project housing.
It's possible, but I
know people like
that way. I was saying, like, when I grew up and whenever we saw the suburbs on television, it was always like some, you know, oasis. Like it was almost like heaven compared to hell. So like if you're in the inner city, you're in the ghetto, you're in hell. But when you watch television and you see suburbia and the streets are clean and everybody's happy and it's always sunny, it's like heaven, right? So a lot of people who don't want to be in their situation, they don't want to be in hell, they want to move to heaven. And to them, all they know is that, okay, these white neighborhoods is that area that I want to be in, because that's all they see. There is no in between for them, or there's nothing else. So when you think about getting out, where are you getting out to? Your first thought, I feel like as a Black person that grew up in the ghetto, is to move to the suburbs, move to an affluent neighborhood where it is predominantly white.
Right. And safer.
And safer. But is it? Because no. Because
I'll put you like this. Let me just interject just a real quick bit. Yeah. When I was actually had I bought the home already? No. This was the final walkthrough. Jenny came from New York, met me down here, me, her, and the realtor. This was the first time Jenny seen the home. Now, we didn't have the keys at the time because this was the final walkthrough for us to actually say, hey, okay, this is it, before we actually put our money into this property. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the realtor was trying to get in the door. She couldn't get in the door. Right? This is my house right now I'm living in. So she said, all right. Well, I said, Jenny, you know what? Let's just go through the side, because I got a side gate that leads to our backyard where the pool is. So I said, let me show you the backyard. So we went back there. So we went back there, and like maybe a minute, 2 minutes later, the realtor came from inside the house to the backyard because she had got in the house. Okay. She couldn't. Her husband actually was sitting in the car, and you know, he probably was a big burly dude. You know what I mean? He boom, got in.
Oh.
So we went in the house, walked through to the front door. The cops was there. Because my alarm system signified that somebody broke in the house. My point by saying all that is, look at where you live. Look how quick they got there. They got there. How long did it take her to walk through the house? 30 seconds. How long did it take us to walk back through the house? Another 30 seconds? At least a minute. No longer than a minute and a half. They were there in front of my home because they thought somebody had broken in.
Right.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So you look at the mindset of that alone. No doubt, I was very ecstatic when that happened. I said, "Damn, this is real. Nobody can break in my house. They break in here. Them cops gonna be here soon." Same thing. If somebody tries to break in the crib, everybody in this area has pools in their backyard. Okay. So that tells you that everybody in this area have something. They have some type of change. There's nobody broke living in this area. You know what I'm saying? And I say all that to say is like, but my thing is, I just think we just got to work harder. And why do we want to get into these neighborhoods? Because our situation is so dire. You understand?
Right. Yeah.
You know what it's kind of like, really quick, and I'm gonna shut up. It's like being in a bad relationship where the dude or the woman beat their spouse up and they curse them out every day and yada, yada, yada. and you go to a nice guy, but he's racist.
Oh.
He has the money, he has the home, he loves you. Yeah, but he happens to look on people from your culture, he looks down on them. Think about that. How do you accept that? Now, he doesn't even look at you like you're black, because he just looks at you like you're one of the exceptional black people, right?
Right.
But other people from your culture or within your family, he really don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't like them like that because he's racist. He's a racist.
Okay.
But he still sleeps with you in your bed and makes love to you and will be willing to marry you and will give you the finer things in life, but he's racist. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying that's the same thing. So if you
it's
move
exactly
to
the same
suburbia,
thing.
you have the nice neighborhoods, the nice schools, the responsive police, but you have to deal with racism.
Yeah. I was looking at, there's a dude by the name of Michael Spears. He's a former Dallas Cowboy player. No, it wasn't Michael Spears. It was a dude that used to play in the NBA. I forgot his name off the top of my head. Whatever the case may be. He's retired. And of course, he's wealthy, right? He has money. He used to play in the NBA. So he lives in a very gated community, great neighborhood. And he says that, and his children have the finer things in life. So he bought his little son a go-kart. He could drive up and down the street, right? Little joint, little kid. He said, when my son does that, I get emails from the association telling me that I'm causing a distraction in the neighborhood when I see the other white children doing other things that bring noise to the neighborhood.
Right.
But they only email me when my son gets in the golf cart and so it tells you it has nothing to do with your money. This is a very, very, very rich man right here. You understand? Yeah. But when his son does some things that causes noise to the area, they don't come up to him, they send emails. Hey, we want you to quiet that down. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Man.
It's amazing.
I mean, but it's sad though, because that's what I was gonna say. Because I feel like if you decide that you want to leave the ghetto or whatever because your safety is at stake, you do have to be careful which suburb you move to, because your safety will still be an issue in that area.
Absolutely.
So it's really, I feel like no matter what you're doing in your life, no matter where you want to move to, even if you're moving from one ghetto to the next, or you're moving from one suburb to the other suburb, the grass is always greener, regardless, right? You think that just this new place is going to be everything. It's going to be beautiful, everything that you didn't have previously. You always think that. The grass is always greener on the other side. Just because you don't have it, you think it'll be great, but it's not. Once you get there, you realize that place has issues too. Then you'll be missing certain things about your place. Right. So I feel like there's definitely no problem. Like a lot of people say, if you move out of the projects, you move to the suburbs, it's like you're selling out or whatever. I think that's such a ridiculous notion.
That was my next point.